Wow, the steering wheel is die-cast metal. That's really cool. Hey, what's up everybody? It's Royce and Pelmel. Welcome to my channel. Tonight's video is going to be checking out this 1/8 scale Porsche 917 short tail, and this is from IXO Collections, and it is brand new and is one of the first to arrive in America, and it is awesome. Huge. You can see how big the box is. The box weighed about 70 pounds and it is immense, and it says, well, it's over 839 parts. And I would love to do the unboxing with you guys if you want to stick around for that, and we will get started. All right, so this is pretty crazy. When I opened up the original shipping box, this fell out, and it is 440 pages and is absolutely immense. The instruction booklet, and it's very, very well done. All 3D illustrations, and it is very, very impressive. I had done a 1/8 scale poker Ferrari Testarossa convertible a long time ago, and it was, the instructions were not even 10% as nice as this. So this is really nice to have. All color, which is really cool. 1 inch thick. Really awesome. So that was kind of a nice surprise. Now it does say it has, you can see here it says functions, light and sound. I didn't know it had any sound. I knew it had lights, that's why I chose the IXO. The poker one, or Poker, however you want to say Poker, does not have lights, and I really didn't want the 1971 body with the fins up the side on the back. That's okay, but I really always wanted to do a 70 version. So I was pretty excited when they came out with this. I had originally ordered the 70 Le Mans winner, the red. So this is pretty wild to see how large this really is. It's my hand. I have an average size hand. Pretty large, and it does come, of course, pre-painted, which is nice. Oh, it's the box to organize, I guess, to all the screws. Here's the rear clamshell. This is die-cast metal, the clamshell, and as you can see, it's very, very large. It looks fairly accurate in the color of the Gulf blue. Looks really good. Got the front lid and the one door. Looks like the spare, is that the spare tire? Steering wheel. I'll give you a screwdriver. Looks like this is going to be a pretty intense build. I don't think you have to use any glue at all, supposedly. I probably will as I'm going along, and I am going to try to detail it up and weather the wear points on the interior and things like that as I'm going along. So we have 6 large white boxes. One is obviously larger. It says tweezers. Oh, there's just so many boxes. There's even more boxes underneath. I am curious to see what's in here. Looks like some chassis pieces. Oops. There's exhaust piping. This is going to be absolutely incredible. This is supposed to simulate raw fiberglass. The tan, I might be going over that in like a little bit lighter tan color. This is more of a World War II German Africa Corps tan, I would say. It doesn't really look totally correct to me. So I might be going over that as I redo and detail this up as I go along. This is just absolutely overwhelming. Looks like this is all motor parts, it looks like. There's the cylinders. There's the tweezers there, I guess. They give you tweezers. This is really impressive. There's the fuel. I believe that's the fuel pump there. Or injection unit right there. One valve cover. It's like one valve cover there. It's hard to probably see because of the baggies. Let's see what else we got. It's kind of making a mess here, but I am very curious though. They have everything labeled, so it probably would be a good idea if I do not get anything mixed up here, but we got all kinds of wiring and mini LED bulbs. Fuel tank, I believe, is that what that's supposed to be, the fuel tank there? So I believe the batteries, I think they run up underneath it into the fuel tank, I think. More wiring, and this is metal. Wow, that's pretty heavy. So that suspension component there that's full metal, which is really nice. I thought all the chassis was going to be plastic, but that's good to know. Got some brake rotors. Now they do have, you can see here, it says 3M. They have like a protective finish on there. You got to peel that off. And then it's like a metal look, I think, underneath of there. I probably should try not to get all this stuff mixed up. But here's the fuse panel, or relay panel, for the interior right there. That's pretty cool, but this is all stuff that could be ultra detailed, and that would be awesome. This is very heavy. A couple of these bags are extremely heavy, so I'm kind of tickled to know that this is metal. Some of these braces, I thought all that was going to be hard plastic, so I'm really happy about that. And I'm pretty sure I'm never going to get these back in the box, so I'm just going to kind of loosely lay them in there as I do a horrible job at it. And never gonna probably get that back. That's never gonna happen, I don't think. This is just insane. All these. Now this is probably the tires. I'm thinking maybe, I don't know. Let's take a look. I'm curious about this one. The other ones are just large, deep boxes. Oh no, this is the, wow. This thing's gonna be really heavy when it's done. This is all metal too. More part of the chassis. The real car, if you're not familiar, was pretty innovative. The tube, actually, the tube chassis carried oil throughout, so they had to pressure test them. It would be Schrader valves on the chassis tubing itself to be able to pressure check, make sure there's no cracks. Pretty cool setup, really, when you think about it. It's pretty ingenious. And that acted as its own oil cooler as the oil flowed throughout the tubing. Let's check this one out. I made a mess here on the floor. I'm gonna have to try not to step on anything. There's all kinds of parts laying on the floor. But I'm very excited about this. This is my Christmas gift to myself. This is all that's just screws on there. I do like how everything's labeled. Apparently the blue represents the golf car. What do we got here? reservoir bottle, looks like. More brake rotors. Yeah, this stuff is all metal. I'm actually really surprised by that. The bulkhead, I guess, is that what you would call that? The bulkhead behind the driver's seat, that's metal for sure. It's very heavy. There's a screwdriver right there. Some metal springs. So that surprises me. Here's the tires, I think. Oh, one tire. Is this the spare tire? No, it's not the spare. So maybe it's going to be one of these in each. There's one tail light. There's a tail light there. You can see right here. And there's the other tail light and rear bracing. So this car had, I believe this is pretty accurate, it had Firestone tires, because I know the red 70 winter, I'm pretty sure, had Goodyear tires on it, if I remember correctly. I'll have to look up this exact one. This car number 20, which is supposed to be the one used in Steve McQueen's Le Mans movie, I believe this is what's supposed to be anyway. Can't think of the chassis number off the top of my head right now. But Mecum auctions right now, I think they're getting ready to auction the actual car from the movie that was used by Solar Productions. So this is wild, all this stuff here. This is just absolutely insane. We didn't think this would be all bagged up, each thing like this. I was kind of hoping we could look at everything together. So it's probably gonna be harder to see all this on camera. So apparently you have to put the decal on yourself. There's the number 20 decal. And that's part of the sill. This one here. And there's the back. It does say Bosch spark plugs and Firestone tires. This thing is just, it's gonna be awesome. So awesome when it's done. It's the windshield frame. Under tray. What we got down here? Brake tubing for cooling the brakes. Some Porsche logos and the number 20 again, stickers. Door windows. Like I said, I believe everything screws together. There's really nothing that you need to glue together. Some things I definitely I'm going to try to detail up, such as the wood shift knob and things like that in the interior. I don't think their shift knob looks that great. I think it's just like a brown shift knob. So I might try to make an actual real tiny little laminated, if I can, or at least simulate a laminated wood shift knob, which is what the cars were famous for that. Another part of the under tray. Got oil cooler here and some hoses. Wow. Don't know what that stuff's for. This is cool here. I was looking at the instructions. I saw this here for the main panel for the driver. All that lights up, which is really cool. The only odd thing is I believe they all light up together because this is going to be one LED bulb behind there. Maybe I can change that somehow. But very cool. These are the little, all your choke knobs and things like that are in there. Lots of little details. I gotta put my glasses on to see what I'm looking at here. One of them's the key, I believe. Some gauges there. This is heavy. So this is the front part of the car, but man, that's got some weight to it. That's probably the weight of a 124 scale diecast car, to give you an idea. Just that part alone right there is pretty darn heavy. Now these are plastic. When you step into the door sill area, fuel tank area. This is heavy, whatever this is, but it's heavy. Some kind of piece of metal there. I believe this is the oil reservoir, the oil sump. Pretty crazy though, all this. This was a FIA regulation that they had to have a luggage space on the back of the car. This goes over the rear tire. This could actually hold 2 pieces of luggage in the back when you know, if you needed to. I don't know why you would, but that was just some weird law or rule that they had at the time. Same with having the tiny passenger seat in a car. If you always wonder about that, that was an FIA ruling. Very cool. Another fuel. I don't know if that's, I guess, a fuel pump there. I'm not sure what that is. Headlights. I don't know what's going on here. Lots of little pieces. They do give you, like, here's part of a headlight bucket here. They do give you right here, the protective things. Like the guys would have just made it out of, like, it was just clear plastic basically, and then black duct tape, and then they would put them over the headlight lenses to protect them for the first part of the race, and then they could pull these tabs, and you could yank that off to have a little bit more clear, you know, lens, so it's not all pitted up from rocks and bugs and everything else. Then when before the nighttime, before you have to go into the nighttime racing segment. So there we got the louvers. That part might be a little odd looking, attaching the louvers to the front. I don't know, we'll see how that goes. I had seen this in pictures before. This mesh here for the oil cooler screen, they have it as dark green. I don't know how accurate that is. I do have a lot of books here that I could look at, which I will show right now. I brought 3 examples of books down just to show that would be probably ideal for reference while you're building this. The Gordon Wingrove book is really good, and same with the Peter Morgan book is really good for reference. And then the Porsche Archive 917 book, which is pretty much unobtainable now. This goes into chassis numbers, and which we could look that up right now, what the chassis number of this car was. This is for the Ultra 917 Nerd. Alright, so according to this, I believe it was chassis number 4, and then it was later redone as chassis number 17. It says starting as number 21. It's had Joe Seifert and Brian Redmond driving. So they show it, they show it here, but I don't know, like I said, about some of the coloring of like the green mesh in the front, if that's, I'm not sure how accurate that is. Things like that, it's going to drive me crazy. I can see that already. That's the real car. I don't know what the one that Steve McQueen had purchased from his Solar Productions company though, and had painted as 20 though. I'm sure it's written in here somewhere, but anyway. But that's a great book. This one here goes into all the chassis numbers and all the development of the cars throughout their variations. It's really good. Let's look at this box once. So more tires. Here's the back tire. It is huge. It's just gonna be fun to take a look. I mean, this is just crazy, the amount of packaging though. Wow, it's really cool though. So it says 14.5-inch wide by 24-inch tall by 15-inch. I believe that's what it says on there. And it looks pretty accurate. Looks cool. Now it's rain tires. That's really cool. Part of the air filtration system for the top of the flat 12. Here we have 2 distributor coils and 2 relay boxes. Right here, they go behind the driver's head, or right behind the driver's back, I should say. We got the fire suppression system, which I don't know how much those cars. I didn't even really know they had a fire suppression system in from stock. That seemed to me a little more of an aftermarket thing there, but I will look into that. Here is the gear shift. Oh, they do have a little bit of a wood grain. Oh, it's not a lot nicer than what I saw online, the pictures, but they do have a wood grain, like a laminated striping on it. That's pretty cool. It's not exactly perfectly round though, which is strange, but very cool though, nonetheless. Here we have the tiny passenger seat. These are the backs, and then we have the driver's seat. That was pretty good. I'm gonna probably detail up all these and not have them look so nice when I'm done. I'd like to have, I think I'm planning on doing the car as kind of like in as after race conditions. Oh, this is wild. They give you gloves. That's just kind of funny. Oops. There's gloves to put, I guess, to handle it afterwards. That's pretty cool though. There's fuel injection lines, all this clear tubing here. This is something else. This is pretty crazy. Also part of the bulkhead for behind where the driver sits. I think that might be about it. What else we got down here? More injection hosing. Yeah, look how much hoses they give you. So it's a lot. I didn't see the spark plug wire, so they definitely, that's in here somewhere. So the wheels, the rims might actually be, this outer rim is definitely metal. It's very heavy, but I think the inner part is just black plastic. But the outer wheels is pretty darn heavy. So free. Yeah, it's not sealed. Okay, that's good. Wow. Yeah, this thing is going to weigh a ton when it's done. I mean, this is just crazy how heavy this is. But this is really, really cool. I don't even know where I'm going to display it when I'm done, but that's a whole nother issue. I do like this. This is in a correct flat gray color. They did do that on after the gel coat. They just kind of like brushed it, gray paint over everything on the real cars. They didn't go too crazy with making them nicer or anything like that. I think a lot of the cars that are restored are actually overdone, in my opinion. So that's all. I don't think that's a decal. That feels like it's some kind of a high quality tampo process, I believe. Yeah, this is going to be awesome. Wow, the steering wheel is die-cast metal. That's really cool. That's got some weight to it. That's crazy how heavy it is. So we got the Momo wheel. Pretty cool. It's cool they have the little tiny screws are painted in already too. That's really nice. I will probably do a little bit different. They have it all painted flat black, everything. I will probably go over the spokes with a satin black and detail it up, and there's a lot of things that can be fixed up, I think, on this from what I'm looking at, but it's impressive. This is really impressive. Like I said, the correct gray on the inside. That's nice. Guys have to let me know down below what you think, if I should try to document a full build on this, or I don't know what to do. I don't know. It would be a heck of a lot of work, but that would be pretty cool to do that as I go along. So anyway, now I have a mess here. I gotta figure out how to pack all this back, but gives you guys a good idea, you know, what all comes in the box. If anyone out there is planning on buying one of these, it's pretty involved. So here's the box of screws. Let's check this out quick. Oh wow, this is like insane amount of baggies in here. This is only probably a tenth of the baggies, but this is crazy. They're all labeled. Look at all these tiny screws. This is insane. Wow. So all the hardware is in this box, and that is probably pretty important. Very cool. All right, hope you guys enjoyed that video. Sorry it's going to be a long one, but as you can see here on the floor there, there's the box, and everything's just kind of laying on the floor here now, but I will try to get everything put back away here. But thanks for watching, and if you have any questions or comments, post them down below. And I wish I could say this was a sponsored video, but no, I did have to pay for the car, if you're wondering about that. So I will probably discuss more about the way it's put together and all that down the road once I get started on it. And I think it's going to be awesome. So thanks for watching, everybody. And until next time, I'll see you guys soon. Originally it was just going to be a quick unboxing, but I know it kind of turned into a longer video, especially considering I didn't realize they were going to have it boxed up the way they have it boxed up, but it's not like a regular model kit. All right, until next time, I will see you guys soon. You guys have a good night, and I will talk to you soon. And if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. I appreciate it. Hit the bell for notifications. And until next time, I'll see you guys later. All right, have a good night. Bye now.